technique is business model canvas. We are going to discuss about this technique, what it is, the key points about it, and the uses of it. Before we start about business model canvas, let's understand what is a business model. A business model describes how an organization creates, deliver, and capture value. This is the definition given by Alexander Osterwalder in 2004. He is the creator of business model canvas. For an organization, business model refers to the creation of value for the customers and earning revenue for itself. E-commerce, no-frills airlines are examples of some of the business models. Business model canvas is a visual representation and a framework for illustrating the elements of business model. So, which are the key elements of business model canvas? There are in fact 9 elements in business model canvas. Left side of the business model canvas is focused on the organizational infrastructure, whereas right side is focused on the customer. Let's understand each of these elements starting from the right side. So first element is the customer segments. Which section or group of customers the organization is targeting to serve? Which product or service is being offered to these segments? For example, for a 25-year-old working professionals, the customer can define one target segment. This is an example of how segmentation is done for the customers. Next is value proposition. Which customer pain points the organization is targeting to address? What is the value proposition for the customers? Value proposition for a customer may mean lower price, better service, or flexibility in the service. Next is channels. How the customers can get the products or services offered by the organization. Which is the most effective and efficient channel? For example, a bank offers its banking services through ATM, branches, mobile applications, and web applications. But as you know, the online channels like the web and the mobile are the most cost-effective channels for the banks. So banks encourage people to transact most of the things through ATM, web application, or mobile application. Next is customer relationship. What kind of relationships is being maintained with the customers or the customer segments? For example, is the customer going to use self-service portal for any assistance, or he or she will be provided personal assistance? The customer relationships are driven by one primary outcome. How does it help in retaining and acquiring more customers? Next one is revenue streams. How does the organization make money? It includes not only the price for the products and services, but also how are they paying or how the customers are paying for the product and services. For example, is the revenue based on one-time fees or it is a monthly subscription fees? So these are the elements of business model canvas from the customer perspective. Now let's look at from the internal perspective or from the organizational perspective. First one is key partnerships. Who are the partners and suppliers of the organization? What are they supplying? How are the partners helping in developing the products and services? The partnerships may include joint ventures or simply vendor-client or buyer-supplier relationships. For example, Toyota has more than 200 suppliers supplying tires, upholstery, up to windshields. Next is key activities. How does the organization deliver value proposition to its customers? Which activities are being performed to deliver that value? Activities may include production, distribution, research, etc. For example, Toyota manufactures its world-class cars so that it can deliver the cars to its customers. So its primary activity is to manufacture the cars. Next element is key resources. What are the resources needed to deliver the product or services which has value for the customers? Key resources enable an organization to conduct its regular or key activities. Resources include offices, factories, human resources, etc. Next one is cost structure. All the costs incurred to deliver the product and services or to operate the business model is part of the cost structure. The cost structure is driven by the type of the business model. Businesses can be either cost driven, that is focused on minimizing investment into the business, or organizations can be value driven, that is, they are focused on providing maximum value to the customer at the most optimized cost levels. For example, low cost airlines operate on a low cost structure, which enables them to offer low cost flying experience to its customers. So these were the 9 elements of the business model canvas, which is used by organizations to map its business model onto a canvas. As you can see here, it's a pictorial representation of the key elements of the business model. It helps in having a comprehensive and at one place look at the entire business model and what are the key elements and where does the organization stand in these 9 areas. Let's look at the uses of this technique. Business model canvas can be used as a diagnostic and planning tool with respect to strategy and initiative. As a diagnostic tool, various elements of the canvas are used as a lens into the current state of the business. This helps in understanding the resources and the energy being invested. As a planning tool, BMC can be used as a guideline and framework for understanding the customers, infrastructure, and the relationship between them. This technique is used in the 3 tasks of strategy analysis. In the defined future state, it helps in understanding what are the resources, partnerships, and activities are supposed to be conducted to deliver the value proposition to its customers. So this was about business model canvas. In the next video, I'm going to take up the next technique.